There is a strange idea that sometimes surfaces in conversations about farming and gardening. It is a myth that I have heard whispered and sometimes stated outright. This idea suggests that compost is somehow dead soil. People might see a dark, finished pile of organic matter and assume it is inert. They think of it as just a collection of decayed material, lifeless and spent. This could not be further from the truth. The perception of compost as a dead substance is a fundamental misunderstanding of what soil is and what life requires. The very essence of healthy soil is life. Compost is the concentrated, vibrant source of that life, ready to be deployed. This misconception is dangerous for the future of our planet's soils. If we believe compost is dead, we might be tempted to rely on chemical solutions instead. We might think sterile, manufactured nutrients are the only way to feed plants. This approach ignores the complex living system nature perfected over millions of years. It treats soil like a simple container, not a dynamic ecosystem. The dark, crumbly material we call compost is pulsating with an invisible universe of microscopic organisms. So what exactly is compost? In the simplest terms, compost is the result of a controlled, natural process. It is the decomposition of organic materials into a rich, soil-like substance. Think of it as nature's recycling program. We take things that were once alive, fallen leaves, grass clippings, kitchen scraps. We gather them together in a pile or a bin. Then we let a team of microscopic workers do their job. Bacteria, fungi, other tiny creatures, they break down these materials, transforming them into a stable, dark, earthy-smelling product. The process is often called managed decomposition. It requires a balance of key ingredients: greens, fresh grass, coffee grounds, vegetable scraps, browns, dried leaves, wood chips, cardboard, plus water. Where did this strange idea that compost is dead even come from? The myth seems to stem from a basic misunderstanding of the process of decay. We see a vibrant green leaf turn brown, crumble, and disappear into the soil. We see a fresh apple core shrivel and break down. From our human perspective, this looks like the cessation of life. It is easy to associate decay with death and sterility. Therefore, a pile of fully decayed material like finished compost might logically seem like the final lifeless product of all that breakdown. This viewpoint is often reinforced by a more chemical-oriented approach to agriculture, side by side of chemical fertilizer pellets and natural compost. For decades, the dominant farming model has focused on NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. This model views soil primarily as a physical medium to which we must add specific chemical nutrients to make plants grow. In this worldview, the biological component of the soil is often overlooked or even seen as irrelevant. If you believe that plant health is just a matter of chemistry, then a pile of organic matter is simply a source of slow-release chemical nutrients. To truly bust the myth that compost is dead, we must shrink ourselves down. We must journey to the microscopic level. Place a single teaspoon of high-quality finished compost under a powerful microscope. The illusion of a dead material shatters. You would not see a sterile landscape. You would see a universe teeming with life. This single teaspoon can contain up to 1 billion bacteria, several yards of fungal strands, thousands of protozoa, and dozens of beneficial nematodes. This is not death. This is life at its most concentrated. The first residents you would notice are the bacteria. They are the primary decomposers, the tireless engines of the compost pile. These single-celled organisms are incredibly diverse, with thousands of different species present. Some bacteria specialize in breaking down simple sugars. Some specialize in breaking down starches, working quickly and generating the initial heat in the pile. Others are experts at decomposing tougher materials like cellulose. A crucial group, the Actinomycetes, are responsible for that wonderful, earthy smell of good compost and healthy soil. The incredible diversity of life within compost is not just a random collection of creatures. It's actually a highly organized and essential system known as the soil food web. This web is just like the food webs we see in forests or oceans, but it operates on a microscopic scale within the soil. At the base of this web are the plants which use sunlight to create energy. The next level consists of the decomposers, the bacteria and fungi, that feed on dead organic matter. Bacteria fungi like the materials in our compost pile. They are the foundation of soil life, breaking down complex compounds and retaining nutrients in their bodies. The next trophic levels are made up of the predators, shredders, grazers. This includes the protozoa, beneficial nematodes, which feed on bacteria and fungi. They're joined by larger creatures like the mites, springtails, earthworms. Now that we understand the life within compost, we can see how it directly benefits the plants we are trying to grow. The connection is not magical, but biological. When compost is added to soil, the diverse community of microorganisms it contains gets to work immediately. One of their most important jobs is disease suppression. A soil rich in beneficial microbes leaves no room and no food for pathogens. The good guys simply outcompete the bad guys. Some fungi in compost trap and consume disease-causing nematodes, protecting roots from attack. Compost also dramatically improves nutrient availability for plants. Not just a slow-release fertilizer, a nutrient delivery system. The soil food web makes this possible. Fungal hyphae extend far beyond a plant's roots, access water, access mineral nutrients like phosphorus. Fungi transport these resources back to the plant in exchange for sugars from photosynthesis. This symbiotic relationship, mycorrhiza, makes plants much more efficient at gathering nutrients. Result: stronger growth and better health. The proof of compost's power is not confined to the laboratory or the microscope. It is visible in fields, vineyards, and gardens all around the world. Take, for example, the work of Gabe Brown, a farmer in North Dakota. He transformed his conventional, degraded farmland into a thriving, profitable ecosystem. His soil was once poor, compacted low in organic matter. He eliminated tillage, added cover crops, and applied compost to rebuild soil life. His soil organic matter skyrocketed, water infiltration improved dramatically, and chemical inputs were virtually eliminated. His farm is a living testament to regenerating soil with biology. In California, vineyards, many winemakers use compost and cover crops to manage vineyard floors. That led to healthier vines, more resilient to drought and to disease. Compost helped the soil hold winter rains, reducing the need for irrigation. A vibrant soil food web let vines access more micronutrients. The idea that compost is a living, vital material is not a fringe opinion. It is a cornerstone of modern soil science. For decades, I and other soil microbiologists around the globe have been studying the intricate relationships within the soil food web. Our research, published in peer-reviewed scientific journals, consistently demonstrates the critical role that a diverse microbial community plays in soil health and plant productivity. We have shown time and again that soils with a complex and active food web are more fertile, better structured, more resilient than soils that are biologically poor. Dr. David C. Johnson, a molecular biologist at New Mexico State University, has developed a composting method that creates a spectacularly fungal-dominant compost. His research shows that applying even small amounts of this biologically complete compost can dramatically increase crop yields and soil carbon sequestration. He refers to his compost as a microbial inoculant, emphasizing that its primary value is not the nutrients it contains, but the life it introduces to the soil. His work provides clear, quantifiable data showing that the biology from compost is the driver of soil regeneration and productivity, directly refuting the dead soil myth. Organizations dedicated to sustainable agriculture, like the Rodale Institute, have been championing the use of compost for over 70 years. Their long-term farming systems trial is America's longest-running side-by-side comparison of organic and conventional agriculture. We have journeyed deep into the heart of the compost pile and seen the truth for ourselves. The notion that compost is dead soil is a profound and damaging misconception. It is born from a limited, surface-level view of nature, one that fails to see the bustling universe of life beyond our sight. Far from being an inert collection of decayed matter, compost is a concentrated source of life. It is a carefully crafted material teeming with billions of beneficial bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and other members of the soil food web. These organisms are the true engines of a healthy, fertile, and resilient soil. The evidence is overwhelming and clear. We have seen how the living organisms in compost build soil structure, creating a perfect home for plant roots. We have learned how they actively cycle nutrients, feeding plants more effectively than any synthetic product ever could. We have understood how they protect plants from disease, creating a robust and self-regulating ecosystem.